We're in the south of China, on the border between Yunnan and Sichuan, where the flags flutter in the wind to the sound of men's prayers floating over the foothills of the Himalayas. It's here, the gateway to the ancient kingdom of Tibet, that a people lives according to the seasons, cut off from the outside world. The Chinese authorities call these people the Mosuo, but they prefer their traditional name of Na. Erchema will soon be 13. She's still a child, but here that is the age when one becomes a woman. Since she was a little girl, she's helped her mother work the fields. She's been able to handle a machete and a sickle for a long time, but she still has many things to learn.
No, first you take the ear. Then you line them up correctly.
I understand.
You're not looking at what I'm doing.
Erchema is in the last year of primary school. In a few months, her family will decide on her fate. Should she stay in the village to help with the daily tasks or go to town to continue her education?
In your opinion, when you grow up, what do you do in life?
Projects!
And you're going to all fulfill your dreams, okay?
Yay!
Sunige, tell us.
I'd like to be a school teacher.
And why do you want to be a school teacher?
I'd like to teach children so that once they're grown up, they can leave the mountains.
Very good. Give her a round of applause. Sunige told us what she had in her heart. She said that when she grows up, she wants to be a teacher, like me. A teacher. Everyone respects teachers. She also wants to leave the mountains. Look around us. These mountains close us in, don't they?
Yes.
If we want to change our lives, what do we have to do?
Leave the mountains.
I, your teacher, I hope that one day you fulfill your dreams. And to do that, what do you have to do? Study.
Erchema and her classmates pick up the pace. Despite their laughter, the children know that it's not a good idea to linger on the road. When night falls, the spirits of the forests come out. Since the dawn of time, the Na women have been the heads of the clans. In Erchema's family, Zhuoma Lacuo is the matriarch. It is she who owns the land, who administers the farm and who organizes work in the fields. In this matrilineal society, she also decides who will inherit her possessions, and she's chosen Erchema when the time comes. Ajia is Erchema's grandmother. Age 70, she's the oldest member of the family. Ten members of the clan live under the same roof, all bound by blood ties.
Mum's coming. She's with Duce.
Come on, come in. Duce.
According to their customs, Erchema was raised by her maternal family. Her mother, grandmother, but also by her uncles and aunts. Since marriage doesn't exist here, even couples with sentimental ties are not allowed to live together. And a father does not share daily life with his children. Jaxi, Erchema's uncle, is a shaman. His words can heal. He knows the prayers and he can talk to the dead. He's the guardian of their traditions, responsible for the preservation of the clan through the ages. His words carry weight and his views are respected. Among the Na, they say that the women are tougher than the men. It is they who carry out the hard work. If Erchema continues her schooling, she will have to leave the mountain. Her mother would then have to do all the farming work alone. There are 4 children in the clan. The closest to Erchema is Zhuoma Lacuo. There is just 1 year between them and they're in the same class. Zhuoma Lacuo is happy to speak for her sister when necessary.
How's school going? Is the teacher nice? Is she taking good care of you?
Yes, she's nice. And what's more, she's the only one there. Our teacher has a good heart.
Then work hard at school.
We like to study well, but you tell us that we're too poor.
Learn all that you can. At the end of the year, you'll have to come back. We don't have any choice. You should be prepared to work at home. And don't think about leaving the village. At the end of the year, you'll come back and work in the fields.
All right.
Work hard at home. Take care of the animals, the dogs, your aunts, your grandmother. Take care of your uncles. Have some children and take care of them. That's how life is.
50 kilometers away, at the foot of the mountain, lies Lake Lugu. According to legend, the Na people were born from its sacred waters. Lamu is the oldest daughter of the clan. She lives in a room with her husband and their young daughter on the shores of the lake. At the age of 13, she decided to leave the mountains. Lamu has never been to school, but through her contact with the town, she has freed herself of certain traditions. She married Cier and moved here with him.
I'll fetch some water so we can wash. Where's my jacket?
At the time, their families were against this marriage. But Cier is a man of character, and there was no question for him of living anywhere but with his wife and daughter.
Do you know if my towel is in the car?
No idea.
Can you go and get it for me?
Isn't this it?
What?
Look, here.
Cier is nearly 40. He comes from the plains. He's seen the world change, and he knows that the whole of China is undergoing a transformation. Together, Cier and Lamu have opened a small grill restaurant on the lakeshore. They work there day and night and dream of buying some land to build their own house. If all goes well, they could then provide a home to Erchema and her sister Zhuoma Lacuo. For the past few years, the shores of Lake Lugu have been invaded by Chinese tourists in search of the exotic. Thanks to these newly rich city dwellers who arrive in their hundreds, the village's businesses are thriving. As they prepare for the lunchtime rush and await the first customers, all the conversation is about Erchema and her sister.
Stop. You're cutting it all.
He's right.
Just remove the end. A little more and it's fine.
What do you think they're going to do about the girls? If they let them go to junior high, it'll only be every other week.
I don't understand her uncle Jacques and Erchema Lacuo. They say they're too old to carry on looking after the animals. They could do it for another 3 years, don't you think? If the girls go to junior high, they'll have finished in 3 years.
They'll say that we young ones want to teach them how to live.
It's not fair. They're wrong, and when that's the case, you have to tell them. Where I come from, when an elder is wrong, I don't mind telling them. You have to tell them. There's a big difference between people who are educated and those who aren't. They teach us about tradition, but it's up to us to explain to them about modern life.
In January, the livestock have taken on their winter coats. Although the wind from the mountains is gusting, it is still fine in the village. The vacations continue, the last carefree moments for Erchema.
Stop drawing. Leave me alone. It's already the 2nd episode. No, it's the 4th. Too bad.
In a few days, Erchema will celebrate her 13th birthday. Her initiation ceremony, scheduled for the day after New Year, will make her officially an adult. For the first time, she will be allowed to wear the traditional skirt, the symbol that she's come of age. Her aunt has allowed her to choose her costume herself. To buy it, she has to go to the region's only market, which is in Yongning by Lake Lugu. Accompanied by her uncle Sona, Erchema and her sister leave the mountains for the first time. It will take them a full day's walk to reach the town, about which they have heard so much. Erchema is impatient. She wants to see her big sister Lamu, whom she hasn't seen for a year, and finally see the famous Lake Lugu.
So, you're not too tired? And you're always laughing. Come on, let's go. You look really pretty dressed like that. You can help me look after your niece. We'll come back for New Year. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Jump out. Take your drink. Go on in.
Have you eaten? Are you hungry? Go on, go in. Would you like some grilled meat? Try some gizzard.
I'm tired. It's too hot.
Here, take her. Hold her firmly. She likes to stand up. You don't even know how to hold a baby.
The afternoon is coming to an end. Erchema and Zhuoma Lacuo want to take a closer look at the sacred lake, origin of the Na people. Next year, if the two sisters go to junior high, this new setting will be part of their daily life. Once night has fallen, the little streets throng with tourists. For Erchema, who comes from a village lost in the mountains with no electricity nor any road network, the lights of the little town, however weak, sparkle like 1,000 fires. We might wonder what they think of the official show that is supposed to illustrate daily life of the Mosuo to tourists from Shanghai and Beijing.
We live our whole lives near our mothers.
We Mosuo, we're not allowed to leave our homes.
We are the stars of this show.
We climb the walls.
We practice walking marriages.
Do you know what a walking marriage is?
Yes, it's for lovers. A man with a woman.
It's the only matriarchal society in the world. It's the only place where women are the clan chiefs. Here, the mountain bears the name of a goddess. Here, the lake is called Mother Lake. Here live the Mosuo people. Mosuo lovers sing love songs that come from the depths of their hearts. Their love lasts a whole lifetime. They are unfailing romantics. The passage of time matters not. Their love is pure and remains engraved in history. The ceremony to mark the 13th birthday takes place in the Mosuo home. The girl stands under the main beam under a dried pig. This is where she swaps her child's clothes for her adult's costume, before prostrating herself before the altar of her ancestors, then before her mother, her uncles, her aunts, and her grandmother.
Are they going to the dance? Is she going to swing?
Yes, it's a swing. She's going to swing right up.
She's going to come as far as us.
Yes, she'll go right over our heads.
You're kidding.
What do you think?
It is late and the girls are tired.
Is this room all right for you? Go and clean yourself up. Help yourself. It's for the face.
It feels nice.
You like it?
Yeah,
Afterwards, put on a bit of that.
I've already got some on my hands.
Come on, take off your shoes and coats.
Until they perhaps one day have their own room in Cier and Lamu's house, Erchema and her sister are invited by a friend to enjoy the comforts of a hotel room for the first time.
Is it good?
It's good.
Well, go to bed. Are you warm enough?
Yeah.
There's no sleeping late on the banks of the lake. At dawn, Cier and Lamu go to the market with Erchema. Yongning Market is the main place for trade among the many ethnic groups who live in the surrounding area. People of the Yi, Pumi, Bai, Miao and Na rub shoulders in the narrow streets.
We'll come back to buy provisions.
I'll just get some vegetables.
All right, now go and find her costume.
Squirting cucumbers, lotus roots, wild farmed fish, watered chestnuts, pig's trotter, caul fat or snout, 1,000 kinds of noodle, rare, powerful smelling spices. Erchema is a little disoriented. But there's no time to lose. They have to find a skirt, a jacket, a belt and a headdress for the ceremony.
I prefer the one that has fewer folds. That one has too many.
Are you sure you want the smaller one? You're still going to grow.
This one has fewer folds.
And which jacket do you prefer?
Which jacket?
Yes, which one do you like best?
Both of them.
The purple one down there. Haven't you got a headdress at the house? Yes, but we don't have a belt.
This is usually 10 yuan, but I'll give it to you for 5. That's a good discount.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Before taking them back to the village, Lamu takes Erchema and her sister to the other side of the lake, to the Bridge of Love, a popular tourist spot.
Why do the Chinese wear our traditional clothes?
They wear Yi or Na costumes to demonstrate that they have travelled as far as here. They wear our clothes, and that gives them a souvenir. We don't wear them anymore, but they love them.
I think you have to pay. There's one over there too. In fact, it's a business.
This New Year's Eve, the clan is preparing to celebrate Erchema's 13th birthday. Her uncle Sona has brought out the dried pig, carefully preserved for years, which will be cooked for the celebratory meal. Azia, the doyenne, oversees operations. Cier and Lamu have made the journey from the lake specially for the ceremony.
Come on, let's go inside. My little darling is here.
It's been almost a year since they came to the mountain.
Isn't there any soap? Never mind, I'll do without.
Here, use this.
While everyone is busy, Jaxi, the shaman uncle, gets to know the latest addition to the clan.
Go to your mother's arms.
The first time Cier came up here, he came to tear Lamu away from her clan, who were keeping her in the village to prevent their marriage. Since then, they all think he's headstrong, and he doesn't hold back from saying what he thinks about Erchema and Zhuoma Lacuo's future.
Everything's different now. Back then, we wanted to go to school, but we were too poor. We couldn't afford it. Nowadays, we don't have as many money problems. The children want to continue, and you want to stop them. That's not reasonable. Later on, they'll be cross about that.
These days, it's not easy to satisfy the children.
Let them do what they want, otherwise you'll regret it.
It'll be tricky here if no one takes care of the animals.
You want the children to take care of you, but later, who's going to take care of them? That's true. You're asking Erchema and Zhuoma Lacuo to stop their education to take care of you. But what are they going to do when they're old? They won't know anything. They'll be forced to spend their whole life here. Exactly. How will they get by? They won't even know how to use a phone.
They know enough. They can stop now.
You can never have enough education.
I never went to school and I survived.
Are you kidding? You can't compare it. You and your sisters, you can continue to work in the fields. What difference will 3 years make for you? Not much. But the girls can finish high school.
They can do what they want. I just pity my sisters. That's why I say all this.
The women in the family must continue working. That will be tough for them, but we have to improve the situation of the youth. We have to think about future generations. If you maintain the tradition when they grow up, they won't know anything. They'll be like their mothers. They won't make any progress.
The big day is finally here. According to Na custom, when an old woman dies, they place a young girl's costume in her coffin, so that when she's reincarnated, she has something to wear. It's during this ritual dressing on the cusp of her 13th birthday that Erchema welcomes in the spirit of a deceased person. Lamu has been designated to help her dress.
I'll fetch your belt for the skirt.
I can't pull it up.
Why did you buy such a big one? It'll drag on the ground.
It'll do.
We'll carry you. That way you'll be bigger for your ceremony.
It's not her size that counts, but she'll have to mature. By the age of 13, you should be responsible.
It won't be long enough.
That's not right. No, the knot goes in front.
The skirt will drag.
Push it in the back. Go and push. Go pray. What do? You address heaven and earth, pray to heaven, and ask the earth to provide you with everything you need. How come you don't know how to pray?
Despite its lack of solemnity, the moment is sacred. It makes Erchema an adult woman. The ceremony continues in front of the altar of the ancestors, which each family sets up in the room reserved for religious practices. Erchema must now go to the monastery of Cier and Lamu. With hundreds of other faithful, she will be blessed by the living Buddha, a grand monk considered the reincarnation of a master of Tibetan Buddhism. His arrival is announced with great pomp. In the temple, Erchema and the other children queue to receive his blessing. They press forward and hold out their kada, the scarf of bliss, which they will keep for their whole lives. Another offering is made to Yamantaka and the other divinities. Erchema is now considered a fully fledged member of the clan. Six months have gone by. Summer has arrived, bringing with it torrents of rain which cut rivulets into the paths. Erchema has obtained her education certificate and has returned to work in the fields. This year the land has been generous, the corn yield is good and the pigweed is flourishing. But the working days are long and exhausting. The school year starts in less than a month, at the same time as the first harvests. The family will need all the manpower it can get, and Erchema still doesn't know what she will do.
Summer's almost over. What are we going to do? Shall we let them carry on or not?
Our brother won't allow everyone to continue their education. Mama and us will stay here, sitting, staring at each other. One of the girls must stay at home.
You're right. One of the girls must give up. We won't be able to manage with the livestock if we don't have at least one of the girls with us.
I think that maybe Erchema should stop. If they both stop going, that won't do. Let's let Zhuoma Lacuo continue. We'll let Duce, Jaxi, and Zhuoma Lacuo continue their schooling. Erchema, we're getting a little older every day. We've got animals. Someone has to stay with us, and I thought I'd teach her some things about housekeeping, but we'll do whatever you think.
We'll do what you say. Erchema will give up school.
On the shores of the lake, things are moving fast. The small town has grown further. Attractive residences are springing up. Cier and Lamu have built a new restaurant.
Would you like some grilled meat?
While Lamu tries to attract some business, Cier entertains the tourists.
To bid you welcome, I will sing the sparkling glass for you. I hope you'll enjoy your stay, all right?
Cier and Lamu's hard work has paid off. They have left their room on the lakeshore for a fine, large house which they built themselves, away from the hustle and bustle. Everything here is infused with calm, but the conversations inevitably return to the future of the two young sisters.
Doesn't school start again soon?
In a few weeks, but it'll come around quickly.
Now we have our house, we can enroll the girls in the school here.
I have to talk with my family. The sooner the better.
No one will say anything. It's above all Uncle Jaxi who has to be convinced. Will he let them continue their education? Otherwise, what are they going to be able to do? He doesn't have any education.
He doesn't listen to me.
They're too young to give up school. We'll do whatever we can so they can study from here. It'll work out.
I'll send them a message so they send down the girls. They should come and see the house and visit the school. Haven't you finished painting the furniture?
Yes, but I still have to rub it down here.
On the pretext of an urgent need for a helping hand in the new restaurant, Lamu manages to convince her aunt to let Erchema and Zhuoma Lacuo come down to the lake again.
Don't just sit there, go and help in the kitchen. Zhuoma Lacuo, where did she go?
Erchema discovers that work in the town can sometimes be just as hard as that in the fields.
Give that to the lady outside. Put your broom down there.
Between two services, to help them reach a decision, Cier takes Erchema and Zhuoma Lacuo to visit the Yongning Junior High, which he attended himself. This is where he hopes to enroll them for the forthcoming school year, and he's ready to take on full responsibility for organizing this.
You'd like to enroll them in our school, is that right? Are they your sisters? Are you their guardian?
Yes, I am.
We need a reference person.
That'll be me.
We must be able to contact you.
No problem. Take down my number. I live just nearby. If they study here, they'll spend weekends at my place. It's right near.
I'll let you show them around.
Look how tidy this bedroom is. Toothpaste, toiletries, everything's lined up on the table. See how nice it looks. Later, you'll be able to do the same.
Will we sleep here?
Yes, there'll be several of you to a room. But we don't yet know which room will be yours, nor if you'll be together. They want to come and study here next year. They come from Sichuan.
They come from Chensu?
No, from Wuxiao. Normally they'd go to junior high in Sichuan, but it's a long way from where they live, so they'd like to enroll here.
Are they in the last year of primary school?
Yes, they passed their exams.
They're really small. They look like they should be in 4th or 5th year.
No, they've already finished. Later on, once you're enrolled, you can do all kinds of things. Dance, sport, everything.
Which sports can we do?
You can do running competitions, basketball, or table tennis.
I'm not afraid of doing gymnastics. I'm not afraid of dancing either. Before I was afraid of not knowing how to dance, but I know traditional dances.
How did it go at the school? Did you like it?
Yes.
Do you feel reassured? You'll have to work hard.
The day after tomorrow, we'll go and talk to your uncle. If he tells you you don't need to continue with school, tell him you do. You have to insist.
Our aunt said I could continue.
Really?
Yes, but not Erchema.
You'll continue your education and Erchema must give up hers?
Tell her if one of you continues, you both should.
Yes, tell her that. If she wants you to continue without your sister, you refuse.
She said that Duce will go to school in place of Erchema.
She said that? Your aunt comes out with some nonsense. How can you replace someone? Education is for everyone. If Duce goes to school, it's for himself. And if Erchema goes, it's for her.
I feel sorry for you. There's no choice. You have to continue.
Erchema is terrified at the idea of being separated from her sister. Despite being a year apart, she considers her as a twin and cannot envisage such a separation. To ease their anxieties, Lamu takes the girls boating on the lake. For them, it's an exciting new experience.
Are you afraid?
I'm not scared of anything except the wind.
You're scared of the wind? Don't worry. Someone's rowing. It'll be fine.
On TV, I once saw a boat sink because of the wind. There were lots of people on board. They all drowned.
Don't worry. There are lots of people around us.
Everyone sank.
Don't worry.
Standing alone in the middle of the lake, the island of Zhuoma Lacuo is a holy site. The temple which is found there does not welcome many worshippers. We're a long way from the noise of the tourists and the frenzy of the restaurant. Lamu didn't have the opportunity to go to school, and she thinks her sister should not let this chance go by, whatever happens. She makes the most of the peaceful surroundings to talk to Erchema.
Uncle Jaxie and our aunt don't want you to continue your education because you're very good at working around the house. But Cier and I will support you. What do you really want, deep in your heart? Do you want to continue?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
At home, when Uncle Jaxie asked you if you wanted to stop going to school, you said yes. Am I right? Well, what did you tell him?
That I agreed?
Why did you say that?
I thought I had to stop going.
Were you afraid of his reaction?
Grandmother said there was no point continuing with our education. She said we are women and it was of no use.
Grandmother told you that? To begin with, when Cier and I wanted to live together, the whole family was against it. They weren't happy. They thought I was abandoning them. That's how it was at the time. But now they support us. Now they're proud of us. If you study hard, you'll be able to do some good things. After junior high, you can go to high school, and perhaps even to university. What kind of work do you want to do?
Doctor.
Doctor? That's what you want to do? Then you'll have to strive to reach your goal. You'll have to work hard and do well.
Erchema has now made up her mind. She wants to pursue her education. But now she has to find the courage to explain this to the rest of the clan back in the mountains. On the windy, sodden track through the foothills of the Himalayas, Cier's car avoids the obstacles on its way and carries Erchema towards her destiny. After more than 4 hours' drive, they finally arrive.
Jaxi, come and give us a hand. Lurio, come and fetch some things. Everyone take something. Help me out there, Jaxi.
By the light of a hanging torch, Jaxi, the shaman uncle, arrives. Everyone fears the garden of traditions, or nearly everyone.
Sit down. I'll fix the meal. Why are you home so late?
I wasn't waiting for the animals at the right place. They didn't come.
Did you lose the horses?
No, I waited for them.
Custom here dictates that one is never pressured into speaking. But Cier is aware that Erchema does not dare to confront her uncle. And as always, he doesn't mind getting things started.
So, are the two girls going to continue at school?
No, they're going to stop. There's no one here to go and fetch food for the pigs.
They're still young. If you make them quit school, they'll hold that against you later in life.
What will they have to hold against me? They have to come back.
We didn't have an education. We don't know anything.
The girls went to primary school, that's enough.
Primary is like not having been to school at all. It's the same. Look at Lamu. She's been educated to primary level. It's of no use to her.
We should just let them go to junior high, then later we'll see. When I go to pray, there's no one to look after the cows or work in the fields. We won't be able to cope.
In a few years, there'll be tourists. You'll see that between people who have an education and those who haven't, there's a big difference.
If a Chinese person asked you what you say when you pray, you wouldn't be able to explain. You don't speak good enough Chinese. No, it's decided. The girls will stop and the boys will continue.
3 years, it's true. It seems a long time. But in reality, it goes very quickly, you know.
In any case, we have to let them go to junior high. Let them continue. We let the children go to school and we leave the pigs in the sty, is that it? That's ridiculous.
For the Na, a smile is sometimes used to hide emotions. Jaxi will give his answer once he's made up his mind. Despite the rain and the apparent calm, the tension is palpable. The uncle's decision affects not only the girl's future, but also that of the whole clan. To avoid thinking about it, everyone keeps busy. Erchema is worried. Then, suddenly, Zhuoma Lacuo, the matriarch, decides to take matters in hand.
What have you finally decided regarding the girls?
For their schooling? Look around you. We are a big family, and yet there are not enough of us to do the work. Some evenings there's no one to talk to, yet we have a big house. If it's all right with you, I accept that they continue. That's what we're going to do. We'll let them carry on in school. What can I do anyway? After all those years of education, I hope they will obtain some results. If that's the case, then it was worth it. We'll see if it gets them anywhere. If not, it means we were wrong.
While Erchema dreams of the new life that awaits her on the other side of the mountain, the guardian of traditions returns to his prayers. That is how life is in southern China, there where the first slopes of the Himalayas start to rise up, at the gateway to the ancient kingdom of Tibet, where the flags whisper the prayers of man to the gods.